Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got an ICE agent who got caught after work with a Nazi symbol on his neck. And he got dragged through the goalpost of hell. Check it out.
See this fucking shit.
Dude.
Where's that fucking tattoo? Let me see this
Hold
fucking
down.
shit. Yeah, get the fuck in your truck and get the fuck out of this city, dog.
Dude.
I mean it, bro. Don't make me fucking get on the phone and start calling people, because I'll have half this fucking city come down here and take you the fuck apart.
Dude, I'm not even from nowhere around. We just come
Fuck
through.
off, Nazi. Get in your truck and leave. Your whole fucking crew, Nazis?
No, man, we're not even from here.
Where the rest of them, man?
Texas.
Yeah?
No, they're not.
Go back to fucking Texas.
Dude, I had this done years ago.
I know, and it's still on your fucking face,
Because
bro.
I ain't had
I
no
seen
time
that
to
before. I seen your fucking eyes, dog. Get the fuck out of my city, or I will fucking end you. Look at this fucking Nazi piece of fucking shit walking down fucking Lindale, bro. Yeah, get the fuck on. I see you, doggy. You're not gonna fucking last long in this fucking city.
I ain't got no problem with that. Yeah, fam. That boy was scared, shaking his boots. Those claps were for the dude in the video who was doing the cussing. I thought I could cuss. This guy is next level. I mean, he could win a cussing contest. I mean, the way that he used the F word, it was so precise and effective. And when he said, "I mean it," he wasn't cussing at that point, but you felt it. I have to acknowledge that was some pretty good vernacular there. I appreciate that. Now let's take a look at this uncivilized mutt. So he's with ICE, and when he got his mask and his gun on and the badge and everything, and he'll have all of his buddies with him. He's badass, boy. Ooh, they be running through, just kicking butt, pushing people around, talking to people crazy, get out, shooting people, everything. But when you catch him by himself, he ain't so tough. And that's just the way they operate. That's the way all of them operate. How many times do I have to tell you that the only time they strike is when they have size, weaponry, or numbers? They gotta have one of the three, or all three, or most of the three. Size, weaponry, or numbers. They have to have at least one of those before they strike, because they're not tough. They're not bad guys like they try to act like they are. They have a mob mentality. And so they can only feel effective and only feel brave when they are operating in a mob capacity. It is a sad sight to see Nazis walking the streets of the United States of America when you look at the history of Nazis and America. When you look at how throughout history they have made Hitler to be the bad guy and Nazis to be the symbol of oppression. But here they are today in 2026, embracing Nazi ideology. That is very interesting. Now, the U.S. does not have a written policy of hiring Nazis. However, if you put it in a historical context, it does have a history of recruiting former Nazi scientists and intelligence agents after World War II. And you have the association with individuals who are working in the U.S. government and certain agencies that have that Nazi rhetoric, the same type of actions, the same ideology. They run around and they scream all of the things that the Nazis represent, while at the same time claiming to be patriotic. Make it make sense. A lot of these guys who run around here with this Proud Boy, Nazi, KKK, right-wing rhetoric, they're not as brave as they purport to be or pretend to be. They're just not. If you watch how they move, they always move in packs. Well, mostly they move in packs. There's always an exception, but mostly they move in packs because they're cowards. As simple as that. Ain't nothing tough about a bunch of guys getting together to kidnap and drag and beat or kill one or two individuals. When you got the numbers, you got the size, you got the weaponry, and you talking tough like Trump do when he's addressing these small countries of 6 million people, 30,000 people. Ain't nothing tough about that. You don't get any points for stealing Greenland. You don't get any points for that. You don't get any points for bombing on Venezuela. Now, you want to get some points and you want history to reward you. If you really want history to say that you were brave and you did something, try that with China. Try it with Russia. Ain't gonna happen, is it? Right? You don't want none of that smoke. You like the soft targets. You like the pushover. You like to push people around, beat people up that are easy targets. I keep telling y'all, America is a bully country. And it is that bully type of attitude that makes life for most people in America difficult. Even for the bully. Because the bully creates an environment that is not conducive to harmony. But they're too dumb to know that. And here's the thing too. You're going to one day meet your match always. If you keep on with it, one day you'll meet your match. Everybody ain't having it. Everybody's not going for it. Everybody ain't scared of you. So it's best that you stay in that little small pocket where you are, that little small hick town or that little small little neighborhood that you live in inside the city. Stay on that street. Don't venture off because you're going to run into some problems. What I like the most is a white guy who is civilized, checking an uncivilized white guy. That's what it's going to take. If you want to see race relations improve, it can't be one-sided. It's not going to improve with white people trying to steamroll over everybody else. That's not going to happen. And especially not with black people, because this is a different type of black people today. I'll just say that. We're not any better than our ancestors. We're just our ancestors 2.0. And we ain't having it. So you can come with all of that crazy talk and all of that those crazy actions if you want, but it will be matched. And police can't be everywhere. Government can't be everywhere. Your mob can't be everywhere at all times. If you notice these mobs, these Nazi dudes, they're going to the hood, but they go into the safe spots. You never see them passing up like dudes who look like they about to ready to put some work in. You never see them like walking past gang members. You know, you never see them. They know their beans from their cornbread. They're not that stupid. They try to go find a soft spot in the hood because every street in the hood is not active. Every person in the hood is not active. Really, if you think about the hood, there's probably only about 10% or less of the people in the hood that actually kick up dust. Everybody else is just regular, law-abiding, hard-working people. So yeah, I would reduce that. I would say maybe about 5% or less. Maybe 5% at the most. So they're going into areas where they're trying to provoke people who are not really interested in downing them. Now, if they were to go in certain pockets of the hood where you got dudes just standing around or just waiting for somebody to get out of line, waiting for somebody to say something stupid, do something stupid, that's a whole different beast. And you never see them doing that because they are cowards. I saw them going into a library. I think it was a library, but it was a meetup spot. Black people were having a meetup spot to read. They're not meeting up to go over the plan to, I don't know, overthrow the government. They're not meeting up to rob the local KFC or Bank of America. They're not linking up to ride on another neighborhood, spin the block. They're linking up. Kindred spirits, mind you, are linking up to read. And they're rushing the meeting spot and talking a bunch of noise, trying to kick up dust, trying to provoke people who just because of their skin color. Oh, that was for black people. That was a crowd of black people. They're going in there. Let's just go in there and storm it. Just let them know we're in control. If they didn't have the backup of these politicians and law enforcement, if the law enforcement didn't have the backup of politicians, they wouldn't be doing most of the stuff that they do because they know it would be immediate consequences. That's not to say it won't happen at some point anyway, because pressure busts a pipe. And a pipe can only accept so much pressure. This dude was a straight up coward. Boy, he was trying to get up out of there, and Buddy held his feet to the fire. When I was locked up, there was a white guy who had a swastika on his arm or chest. I can't remember exactly where it was, but he had a swastika tatted on him. And guess what his job was? Washing drawers. Black men drawers. That's what he did. See, when you take away the mob, when you take away the weapons, you take away the numbers, you get the real person. He was washing black men drawers. I started to make him watch my drawers just for the story. And, I was like, you know what? It ain't even worth it, Like, he's already humiliated enough. But that's how it goes, fam. Take away all of that, and they're just regular old cowards. And the reason why they act out is because they're just scared. That's the truth. They're just very, very scared, and they need a hug. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.